Okay, so as we all suspected, we will be getting gameplay footage for Jedi Survivor finally tomorrow. Today's the 7th, tomorrow on the 8th at the Game Awards. Now, I don't know how long the gameplay will be. I remember a few years ago when Fallen Order was about to come out, I did a reaction to the gameplay footage, and then they tried to copyright it, and then they released it. So be careful with that for other content creators out there. But hopefully, we get to see a little bit better of a dynamic when it comes to the functions. I really love Fallen Order, but I didn't really like the overall fighting mechanics. I felt like coming from God of War 4, where you push dodge and you dodge right away, I felt like Fallen Order was a little bit, they had like a delay. Maybe that's to make the game harder or what, but I didn't really like that. There was always a delay, and I don't think it was my controller. There was always a delay whenever I would hit dodge, and then it would take like another second after that, and then he would dodge. So I didn't enjoy that. I hope they fix that and they make it a little more 1-to-1 ratio style, which would be nice. Now, that being said, extremely above anything else excited to stream this game with you guys. As you know, I had a great time streaming the first one with you all, and we had a blast. So with this one, the cool thing about it is that it takes place 5 years after Jedi Fallen Order. So what has Cal been doing in this time? Well, that's going to be answered in the game, but also going to be answered in the novel that comes out just around the time the game comes out, which explains what's been going on in this 5-year gap. Now, today's leak listed March 15th as the release date for Fallen Order sequel, which is weird because it said March 16th. This lines up with EA's plans to release a major game before April 2023. As we learned last month, it's possible that the rumored date could be confirmed alongside the gameplay showcase at the Game Awards. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was first announced this past January. EA released a trailer in May that confirmed the title as well as a 2023 release window. I didn't think the game would come out as soon as it is. March is very soon. It's only 3 months. Pretty much January, February, March. So I was thinking like, oh, they're probably gonna like make it come out at the end, like at fall time, like November, December 2023. And then they might even delay it after that. So thankfully this is coming out soon, because this is a huge game for the Star Wars community, and I know a lot of you have been waiting for a really good Star Wars game, just like me, for a while now, since Fallen Order. And I feel like we need to be getting more of them coming out, maybe like 2 a year. You know, one in the fall, one in the summer, or whatever. One in spring, one in winter. The game will follow Cal Kestis sometime after the events of Jedi Fallen Order, which you know is 5 years after. What's Vader been up to during this time? To try and find Cal. Has he been, or does he not really care? I don't really think he gives a crap about Cal all that much. I think he cares more about Kenobi. And this game falls in line with the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which we then know what his plans and what he was doing at that time. You can watch the Game Awards on IGN on Thursday, December 8th at 4 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern. When the IGN pre-show starts, the event itself begins an hour later at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. I see. So 5 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. While you wait for the event later this week, check out PS5 and Xbox announcements. Now, did you guys notice something else about the game? It's that Cal now has a blaster. So it almost seems like he's taking a bit more of a... So either he's going undercover again, where he always needs a blaster on him, and he doesn't want to show his lightsaber, of course, to remain in hiding for like very dire situations where then he'll get his lightsaber out. Or it's showing that he's maybe taking a bit more of an Ezra route, where he's now kind of dual wielding, right? Because Obi-Wan felt like blasters were so uncivilized. But now they're living in a time where they can't really show that they're Jedi. And as soon as you use a lightsaber or even have one hanging off your belt, you know, the Empire's going to come looking for you. So it's a bit of a different time. He's not Obi-Wan, of course. So he's going to have to take some different precautions that maybe Obi-Wan didn't take, perhaps. So for him, this blaster coming into play, I wonder how much of a device is that going to be when we're actually playing the game. So are we going to have to use the blaster a lot? Like in God of War, is it basically like Atreus, you know, where he shoots the arrows and, you know, Kratos is using the axe? Or is this something that is just kind of there once in a while, and you can either use your lightsaber all the time, or you can choose to use your blaster? I mean, I highly doubt that, but with these games that are constantly developing, you never know. Maybe you're actually able, maybe it's an achievement where you can go through the entire game without using your lightsaber. Maybe that helps you platinum the game somehow. I think the thing that we're all wondering the most is who the heck is in this. And that's what keeps me up at night. That's what I'm not able to find. I can't figure out who this is. Is this a new character, or is this someone that they're taking from some sort of legends or something like that? We've all heard of the theory Jorah Sabayoth. Is it somebody else? Is it perhaps in the Acolyte show there's a rumor or a plot leak that there's a silver-haired Sith that comes into play? Could this be that dude? Highly doubt it. But, I mean, that would make things a lot more interconnected and jive a lot better, so I'm not ruling anything out. All I know is that this facility isn't being used anymore, and whatever's going on here is either sustaining this guy's life or growing him, or they were doing experiments and they just forgot about the dude. And Cal now goes in here and starts it up again. Could this be underground in Camino? Could this be someplace like an observatory that Palpatine was hiding? Could this be on Jakku, perhaps, where it's like way underground, where he had a laboratory and all this stuff going on that we don't really know what was inside. It was just heavily guarded, and this was before the Phantom Menace, where Palpatine actually, and it's in, I think it was the Catalyst novel or something like that. But yeah, Palpatine had a laboratory on Jakku, and he went there before Episode 1. Of course, all Disney stuff. You know, George never implemented any of that. Now, the term survivor, to me, doesn't necessarily imply that it's about Cal. It could be, but we always know that they like to take those and spin it onto someone else. The survivor could very well be this dude right here in the pod who has survived. Perhaps 10 years, perhaps 5 years, perhaps he was a Jedi, perhaps 100 years or 1,000 years. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's a clone of someone who's had all their essence transferred or their data put back into their head, their memories. Not quite sure at all. But what I do know is that this place definitely wasn't running, and it definitely wasn't fully operational for a very long time. Long enough to have moss and greens grow everywhere, which definitely would be many, many, many years, decades, if not more. So I'm excited to go over the gameplay footage with you all. Hopefully it won't be copyrighted again by EA. But either way, we're going to have a good time, and I'm very excited to get more information regarding this game because I can't wait to play it, and I can't wait to stream it with you all and have a good time and just chill out, you know, just be nerds. And I think I definitely want to get the deluxe pack so that I can have R2-D2 as BD, you know, with that R2-D2 skin, as we saw, which I don't know why they took down, but maybe they're changing some stuff and we'll see what happens. Anyways, yeah, and as you can see, Cal does look a little bit older now. Got a little stubble on his face, slightly, and yeah, just a little more wrinkled, a little more grizzled. Curious as to who this dude is too. Stormtrooper, BD droid. And no, that's not an Inquisitor. It's not the Grand Inquisitor. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about everything regarding the gameplay coming tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. May the Force be with you.